The day Krishna tried to help Nanda Baba. One peaceful morning in the village of Gokul, the sun slowly rose over the green fields, and the soft sounds of cows and birds filled the air. The village was waking up to another beautiful day. Inside Nanda Baba's home, little Kanha had just woken up. As he stepped outside, rubbing his sleepy eyes, he noticed that his father, Nanda Maharaj, was getting ready to leave for his daily work. Nanda Baba had many responsibilities. As the chief of the village, he checked on the cows, supervised the workers in the fields, and made sure everything in Gokul was running smoothly. Seeing his father preparing to go out, little Kanha quickly ran toward him, his tiny feet pattering across the courtyard. "Baba, Baba," he called sweetly. "Where are you going? Can I come with you?" Nanda Baba looked down and saw his little son tugging gently at his dhoti, his bright eyes filled with excitement. A warm smile appeared on his face. "Of course, Kanha," he said, lifting Krishna into his arms. "But the work I have today is very tiring. Are you sure you want to come?" Kanha nodded eagerly. "Yes, Baba. I want to help you." Soon the two of them walked through the village together. Their first stop was the cowshed. Many gentle cows were waiting to be milked. Nanda Baba sat beside one of the cows and began milking carefully into a pot. He placed a small wooden pail beside Kanha. "Here, Kanha," he said with a smile. "You can hold this pail and help me." Krishna held the pail very seriously and watched his father carefully. But after a few moments, he wanted to try milking the cow himself. "Baba, let me try," he said eagerly. Nanda Baba laughed. "All right, Kanha. But it is not as easy as it looks." Krishna placed his tiny hands near the cow's udder and tried to do what his father was doing. But instead of milking the cow, little Kanha accidentally tickled her. The cow suddenly moved and let out a loud moo. Milk splashed everywhere, mostly all over Krishna. His cheeks and clothes were covered in milk. Nanda Baba burst into laughter. "Oh, Kanha," he said, wiping Krishna's face, "you've made quite a mess." But Krishna only giggled happily. "But Baba, it was fun. I will get better with practice." Nanda Baba smiled and said, "Maybe we should leave the milking to me for now." After finishing at the cowshed, they walked to the fields where the workers were plowing the land. Krishna ran ahead and saw the large wooden plow moving through the soil. Immediately, he tried to push it. "Baba, look. I can help here too." Krishna pushed with all his strength. But the heavy plow barely moved. The workers smiled as they watched the tiny boy trying so hard. Nanda Baba walked over and knelt beside him. "Kanha," he said gently, "some work is meant for grown-ups." Krishna looked up and asked, "Then how can I help you, Baba?" Nanda Baba thought for a moment and then said, "You can help by keeping the cows happy. They love listening to your flute." Krishna's face lit up. "Yes, Baba. I will play for them." Krishna ran to where the cows were resting and began playing his small flute. The sweet sound of the flute filled the air. The cows slowly gathered around him, listening peacefully. The workers paused to hear the beautiful music, and even the birds seemed to become quiet. Nanda Baba watched his son with deep love and pride. Wherever little Kanha went, he brought happiness to everyone. After some time, Krishna finished playing and ran back to his father. "Baba," he asked happily, "did I help you today?" Nanda Baba lifted Krishna into his arms and hugged him warmly. "Yes, Kanha," he said. "You helped in the most wonderful way. You brought joy to everyone." As the sun began to set, father and son walked back home together, hand in hand. The work of the day was done, and the village of Gokul was once again filled with the sweet happiness that little Kanha always brought. Thank you for listening. May Krishna's Leelas bring peace and happiness. Hare Krishna.